A happy Thursday afternoon. We bid to each and every one of you out there, regardless of wherever you are, whatever it is that you're doing. Obviously, what you're doing right now is watching us. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, spending your time during your lunchtime or before your lunchtime, before you want to get that grub to eat while you're doing your work together with me, Mio Adlan, on the latest issue of Hot Issue. What's for lunch, and hope you guys are having a great day so far. A couple of things I want to complain is that yes, Malaysia right now is very, 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 if I'm not saying very enough, I'm saying it again, very hot. For the past these couple of days, it feels like it's been 40 degrees Celsius, but it has been registered on the by the meteorology by orang yang kaji cuaca ni lah sebenarnya kan. They have been saying that we have been hitting about 35 degrees Celsius every single day, especially in the Klang Valley, and it's been dry, it's been hot, it has been very heaty, and yeah, it's not doing that well to my skin, as you can see, bersinar dia macam lebih sikit. And on top of that, some places in the Klang Valley, we are not actually having any water supply due to the scheduled water treatment that has been happening at the treatment center. So today is actually the day that I'm running out of water. I don't have any water supply coming in. Thank God that I have water stored in my house. I hope it's enough to last me at least for the next couple of days. And a guy who, again, as I've complained yesterday, who doesn't really care about this water issue thing because he's not being affected to it. And he said that even though it's hot, he's feeling cool and not really complaining about it. He's a very cool guy. Basically, I don't know. He told me to say that he's a cool guy. Melvin Lam. Hey, Melvin.
Well, Mio, for once you give a wrong descriptions, I'm a hot guy. I'm not a cool guy.
Okay. There's so many interpretations of that particular statement.
I'm cooling hot.
You're contradicting yourself. Okay, you're cool and yet you're hot as well. So
hot as in character.
Pick one. Just pick one.
No, hot as in character.
Hot
persona.
character,
the persona is hot.
Okay.
So it's very cool to be hot.
Ada pening aku. Ada stress. Luckily, I got a towel to wipe myself up. Talking to you about this.
Well, I have this. It is hot. I wake up very early. 6+, and I sleep in the aircon room. But of late, when I wake up, I have this cold sweats, and it has sweats. On my body, even though in an aircon room, and you feel very heaty your body. You just don't feel good.
Don't feel right. Maybe it's something in the air. I mean, like the air that you're breathing is, something's wrong with it. I know there's no haze happening right now, but yeah, it could actually be something. Hence why we are talking about air right now, because that's the topic that we want to speak about for today's show, the first topic that we have. But before we actually dive into the first topic, we want to mention a special thanks to all of our viewers. Specifically, we have Daniel, we have Nick, we have Humfat, and we have Fabian coming on. These are our fans. I have to say thank you so much to these people specifically for watching us without fail, day in and day out.
Do I have a request?
Yes.
Each one of you, please bring 10 friends to watch as well.
A referral program. That's right. Make
Referral
sure you guys
program.
share this video and
Because
get your friends to watch out as well. Because apart from the good things that we want to share, at least you can see how hot and cool Melvin is. I
no,
tahu.
because it gives us all the fuel that we energy that we want because we are having more programs.
Yes, exactly.
We
There's a
have
lot of
the day at now. We're coming up with a doctor at now soon. Doctor at now
yeah.
will be a topic on medical and fitness issues that a lot
Okay.
of us face right now. So it gives us the semangat, the energy.
The
We
spirit
have
for us to move on. And
to
this
move
is not
on,
just for ourselves.
provide more things for the society and all these things. So
Yeah.
those
Okay.
please share, share, comments
Enough
that.
about promoting. Enough about self-promoting. I know you love to promote. I mean, it is for the good for the people anyway. But yeah, let's dive in to our first topic. As I mentioned
Yes,
earlier, it could be something in the air that maybe you're not really, feeling a bit well. Maybe you're getting a bit cold sweats and everything. Hence why we want to talk about air. Now, air is very, very important for us to live. It's more important than your mobile phone. It's more important than your WhatsApp. It's more important than your Instagram. Like it or not, at the end of
really.
the day,
I thought
human
mobile
beings.
phone is our life right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no one can deny the fact that any living thing out there, we're not just talking about us, we're talking about plants, we're talking about animals, we're talking about every single living thing out there. We
Right.
need air to breathe. We need air, we need oxygen, plants need carbon dioxide, we need air to live. But the thing is right now, the fact that, how creative, if I may say so, the virus has been lately, in that previously you can only spread COVID-19 by touching or by close contact. But now, as what was reported by WHO as well as our Ministry of Health, that the virus is now airborne, and it is actually not love. It is actually this virus that is airborne. It is very dangerous, and it is something that we want to discuss a bit on this particular show when it comes to how dangerous airborne viruses can be, specifically COVID-19. Melvin, kick things off, please.
Yes, Emil, you're quite misleading. When you give the topic this morning, love is not in the air. I thought you are referring an old song, "Love in the Air."
Love
Yeah,
is
I
in
went
the
to this. Yes,
air.
did you get the right topic for today?
Hey, talk about to this topic. Talk about this one. Talk about this one.
Well, okay, it says here, I've been stressing out ventilations, air ventilation is very important. The health experts says density of people in a venue and quality of air ventilation should be a major considerations as the government streamlined the SOP for COVID-19.
Yep.
It is very, if you recall back months back or even last year, a lot of cases come into those dormitory for the workers that's over congested. They pile them like sardines, the bad ventilations, unhygienic. This is the cause of the spreads of the COVID-19. So it's very important. And then even last 2-3 months, we also brought up there's in California, there's really a research for school children to conduct classes in a good ventilations environment room with all the windows get out, open up, fresh air coming in, and all those things. So we should practice this. It actually helps. It is close humidity, close ventilations. Have too many people, I tell you, if not even COVID-19, you will die of something else.
Yeah,
You
I
die of
guess that's one of
suffocation.
the reasons, Melvin. I guess that's one of the reasons. Remember when things were opening up in phase 3, in phase 2, 3 places. Specifically, I want to talk about gyms. People were complaining. Why can you already run outdoors? Why can you have non-contact sport outside? In on the fields and whatnot. Why are gyms still prohibited in operating during that time? I believe this is one of the reasons why the Ministry of Health specifically is very, very much concerned in a closed space, such as
Right.
gym or inside a store or inside a closed hall where it is not that big of a space and there's quite a number of people coming in. Hence why it's a nesting pool, should I say, for COVID-19 to spread around, isn't it? That was the fear, right?
Yeah, since if I can suggest to the government if they hear this
Oh
top
yeah,
of
they
our
they
show
watch our show
today.
every single day, Melvin. Yeah, you can suggest. Yeah.
Okay, we are entering into endemic. We're going to have a topic on this next week. We're entering into endemic. I hope the government set a task force, regularly check on all those factories, construction site, make sure the workers are so-called are put into a very good conditions of living. because that will be the source of the so-called the puncher of the spread. Because wait this way, let's say in the factory, they will spread to the so-called their supervisors, to the officers, to the boss, and bring it back to the family. Right. Even in construction site, of course, you have those engineers, so-called architects that works there as well. They go for inspections and all this thing. They will bring it back to the family, and it will spread very fast. But I will tell you, being those people in the business, they will try to maximize the profit. They will squeeze all the workers in a small room. They don't care. So I hope, we have to live with the virus, the COVID-19, the new variants, and there might be new variants to come too. They're very smart virus. I hope there's a special task force everywhere from the local councils. We have 155 local councils in Malaysia. Should establish a task force that go on visiting in their area, make sure things are right.
But I do want to stress out on one thing. The fact that right now we have reached 90% plus in regards of adults in Malaysia being fully vaccinated. Fully vaccinated meaning that 90% of people, adult specifically, who has been given double jabs, who have adhered to the observation time period. This definitely helps, or at least gives that orang kata apa, that peace of mind should you want to enter anywhere, even though it's actually a closed space, right? Because you're somewhat protected rather than being exposed and being at a much higher risk if you're not vaccinated right now. So that's definitely a step forward in stopping this virus from spreading, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But then, if you recall, when we started with as what you say earlier, we started with COVID-19. It was not airbound. Then later come to airbound. So in months to come, we don't know what comes. What's new variants comes in play.
Right.
So I am now hoping that I can get my booster. I read a paper yesterday. I think every few months, probably after 6 months, those vaccines in the body is getting weaker. We need booster. I don't mind. I'm waiting for government to. Now they started in Sarawak. I believe they started the booster in Sarawak program. I hope it's available for every one of us.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Melvin, for the booster shots, it's actually reserved, or should I say it's being emphasized more for the frontliners, right? Not for the mass people yet, right?
Yes, now the moment is the frontliners. It started in Sarawak, but I hope it's available for us that we don't need the centers anymore. It's available in our GPs, in our neighborhoods, clinics, that we can go to get our booster. I feel more secure because you don't know when you can. Even we are double vaccinated, we still can get contact. We can follow SOP. We still can get contact. I think to have a peace in mind, I hope the boosters is made available easily. All right. And of course, we have to be very careful ourselves. As Mr. Horst say, airborne or not, everyone should wear double mask when you are outdoor. Yes, everybody should follow SOP. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Ho Hong Fat mentioned it very, very clearly. Even though that you're indoors, even though you're double vaccinated, it is very, very advisable. Again, the government is not making it a compulsory for you to do it, but it's advisable. At least we are encouraging for you to be at least wearing a double mask to just to cover yourself even more.
Lately, I used to have double mask, but lately I buy more 5 layers.
The 5-ply one.
Five. It is already quite difficult to breathe.
Yeah.
Especially this last 2 weeks when it's very hot. When you walk outside because of the weather, you find it harder. That's probably why I shared with you earlier before the show. My so-called, I had a bit of hypertension. It went up a bit because when you are having difficulty of breathing, you do bring up your level.
Exactly, and it only happens to hot guys who are cool anyway, just like yourself.
Yes,
a few things I do want to share. A few things I do want to share as well. Studies by local researchers have revealed that COVID-19 viruses can remain suspended in the air for up to 8 hours in indoor spaces without proper ventilation and can spread as far as 6 meters in aerosol particles, and employers, office owners specifically, establishment owners can actually improve their indoor air quality by using air purifiers that possesses the HEPA. HEPA meaning high efficiency particle absorbing filter. We are not selling any HEPA filters. I know that Melvin is not selling any HEPA filters, but
Yeah,
we do
I'm talking
some
of that
studies.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of that to have air filter, but then please be careful. There's so many out there. Now
Takut
you
kena
will find in
tipu
the
kan? You takut kena tipu.
yeah. So we brought up the subject also. You went to the
Correct.
morning market. They're selling by the roads. You know, those are, I don't know whether I mean I'd love to have one at least operating 8 hours in my office and you have at least a peace of mind. But I don't know whether those are harmful rather than being useful.
Rather than it's supposed to stop the virus from spreading, it's actually helping the virus to multiply and even do more work.
Faster.
Yeah, it would be super scary. So I mean, to end this particular topic, what we're trying to say is to all people is that yes, you can do whatever it is that you want right now. Borders are open basically. You can go anywhere you want. You can visit any malls that you want. You can do any activities indoor that you want. But please make sure that if it's too confined and you see there's so many people going into that particular place and you see there's not really proper ventilation around, do the same thing or do the proper thing in not participating in that particular activity. I mean, like if people do want to do it, you can advise them as much as you want, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to think about yourself. But if you want to, just for the community and try to be helpful and address others as well for them to, be disciplined and following all the SOPs around.
Yes,
Okay?
do not be too complacent about things
Yeah.
right now.
You know what? Tempat-tempat yang mana tau yang banyak orang nak beratur, banyak orang nak masuk ni tempat yang ada sale. Yang mana ada yang, all those 50% off lah, giving freebies away lah. These are the kind of places that, I mean,
No.
as much as you want to buy a bargain, but it's very scary because there's so many people, Melvin.
There's one more place going to already happen. There'll be a lot of people. It's our rest. So-called when you go to highway, you go to the rest center, go queue up to rest to enlighten yourself. Yeah. Now it will be jammed out.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many people. But one place I know that is also gonna have a lot of people moving forward, Melvin, especially right now, is that our airports. Because why? We are now actually able to travel abroad right now. The government has given the green light for us. We don't need to fill out the My Travel Pass as what I did when I went to Japan the other day. We don't need to fill out any forms. You can freely go out to countries outside right now. Specifically, other countries are also open to Malaysians to become tourists again. And part of those countries are, as reported, is like the UK. UK accept us as tourists. They allow us to come in without having to be quarantined anymore. That's good news, right? We can see the world again, Melvin.
Yes, good news. And
you always bagi tahu benda yang sedih kan. I tengah nak happy nak cerita benda yang bagus, you macam tapi you nak cerita juga benda yang sedih juga kan.
I mean, we have to stimulate our economy, fine. But I think precautions, having proper recording is important.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I say that yes, United States is open. Well, Singapore is going to open as well. But then but in Malaysia, yes, we're going to open out. Countries that welcome Malaysia. But I think having proper data recording when coming in or flying out is very important. I mean, don't tell me, my Sajatra, we still have to use it, like it or not.
Yep.
We still have to show people that I have full vaccinated certificates there. So it is very important, I believe. I'm not against traveling. I mean, it's good. I hope things come back in order, in full swing. ACTnow can roll out with our activities, whatever we want to do since last year. Mm-hmm. We can actually roll out. We have actually been, in a way, hibernating in the cave for 18 months.
Kita dah jadi beruang dah sebenarnya. We are bears and hibernating.
Yeah, we have to come up from the cave.
Yeah, exactly. But, and a few ones that has been reported, even Indonesia right now. If the common areas, the touristic areas like Bali, the island of Bali, and then some places in Bandung as well, Jakarta, they are already gearing up to accept tourists coming in. And Malaysia is actually one of the countries who are able to actually visit all of these places without being quarantined, or at least having just to show that you are negative, doing a RT-PCR test, and that's it.
So,
Yeah.
For Asia, popular holiday spots such as Bali, India, Thailand, Vietnam have announced reopening of plans as for this month. So you can read in the paper a lot of hotels now in Malaysia are start hiring people.
As much as they had to let go of people, a year ago, now they're hiring back people because they are short-handed, obviously, right now.
Yes. I mean, it's a good sign. People get the job back, but please, those who are looking for a job, do not be too demanding, at least for the moment. But also have to consider those companies that has always been suffer. Yes, things are coming back, but then it will not be like viewing a room in a single day. It has to accumulate back, grow up. So take what comes by, and hope that things will improve. Because while were you with me when we have this topic that people now actually threaten the bosses or the company? There's a survey done. A high percentage is that if you don't allow me to work at home, I will find another job.
Wow. Okay. They're putting they're sort of like giving an ultimatum to their bosses.
Yeah. So it's not fair. Those who have this mentality, it's not fair. It's that we had to work together to bring back the glory to Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely. But one thing I do want to just point out to you, as much as now, I mean, we are talking about international traveling. Yes, we can go to UK, we can go to Qatar, we can go to United Arab Emirates, all these countries. But there's actually one state that we are not even allowed to go in yet in Malaysia, and that is Sabah. Sabah is not opening up its borders to any outsiders until the 1st of November. Do you think this is because Sabah has a much lower vaccination rate locally, hence why they're not ready to open up their doors, Melvin?
I guess also because I think they have learned from experience from last year's when they have the general elections, state general elections, and then Sabah's infrastructure is not as, it's still not as what we have. Thing is, if anything goes wrong in the interior of Sabah, it's hard to get access.
Yeah,
I think it's good because they have to care for their own people first. 1st of November is not too long from now. And I hope that they will actually achieve what they want in terms of getting the cases down in the States. All right. So, that Singapore is also reopening by this month 19.
All right. I'm not really that excited to go to Singapore, but tell me about Singapore.
Yeah, they will be reopening for 11 countries from this 19 October.
Is Malaysia one of them?
Malaysia should be one of them, just the neighbor.
Should be, right? Should be. Yeah, we should be able to go to Singapore and eat their famous fried rice, right? Or fried chicken rice or whatever that they want to claim. Right?
It's still continuing to uphold a strategy of living with the virus.
Okay.
I heard a speech from the Prime Minister that they have to live. They can't hold back the economy any longer. They have to open up. They have to be living together with the virus. So, but the cases has actually gone up in 4 figures daily of these recent days. The last 2 days is something like 3,000 more cases in a day, in a single day. That's a lot for Singapore.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
I guess it's one of the tips that we as travelers, whenever or whatever country that we want to choose to go to for whatever reason that is, whether you want to go for business or leisure or whatnot, try to do a bit of research first on the country that you want to visit, even though they are open to anyone basically out there to enter the country and to do whatever it is that you want to do. But it is also advisable for you to do a bit of research, the current situation that country is actually doing right now. Yes, even though they are accepting people, maybe it's not really that advisable to go if their numbers are a bit on the high side. Just test the water, basically. Just do a bit of reading and really decide for your own, especially when you have kids around.
Yeah, I guess also our own responsibility, those travelers, even interstate or going overseas, the day before you go to airport or you want to travel, just do your self-test first.
Correct. Yang penting. Bukan saja kalau you nak balik, exactly. Bukan saja kalau you nak balik Ipoh. No, I mean like, you want to go back to Ipoh ke? You want to go back, you want to go to UK ke? It's basically the same thing. Get yourself checked first. Belilah benda tu dekat pharmacy. Has the price gone down a bit, Melvin? I tak dah lama tak beli.
Not that I know of. I think we're still selling at ceiling at 10 ringgit. This was announced, but they're trying to put go lower, but no news on that. But let's say you go to somewhere and you want to travel interstate or go overseas, you have to do it for your own sake, your family's sake. I mean, for everyone's sake. Test it. At least you feel that if anything happened to you or from you to others, you have done your duty.
Yeah.
Now it's very fast. I mean, it's not 100% accuracy, but at least it's the comfort of mind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Your conscience will be clear.
Yeah.
So do it before you step out from your house. Because as what we say earlier, this weekend, I think the whole roads, the highway in Malaysia, in West Malaysia, will be congested because Tuesday is a public holiday, Prophet Muhammad birthday. Everyone will take Monday off. So Friday evening, after work, you see people all rush back to Kampong until Tuesday.
Yeah. So basically, the best day for you to learn how to ride a rollerblade or skateboard is actually Monday afternoon in KL. At KLCC,
you can blindfold yourself and just do your roller skating, right?
Exactly. It's going to be like your Chinese New Year again. It's going to be like your Hari Raya again because a lot of people really can't wait to go out. I mean, the fact that they have a bit of a long weekend, they can take advantage of that. They want to go and visit their family. They want to go for a short holiday wherever it is that they want to go. All right. Ending up that topic, why we're talking about this as well, because the snippet, or should I say the few quick updates that we want to bring out as well, as much as you tak sabar nak keluar, as much as you tak sabar nak jumpa mak bapak you, it is very, very important before you go back to your hometown that you are double vaccinated. Because why? The police, PDRM specifically, are gonna be on the lookout. Diorang nak buat spot check macam you dekat sekolah dulu, macam you rambut panjang ke, dia nak macam potong rambut you dulu kan? Because the police are actually going out and making sure that you are fully vaccinated when you are traveling across state borders, because people who are unvaccinated ataupun tak lengkap vaccinated, they will be summoned there and then, tak ada budi bicara, settle, you kena saman.
How much is compound right now? Those days
I
were
harap
10,000.
I harap 50,000 lah. I harap 100,000 lah sebenarnya.
No, there was an argument. If I can remember correctly, there was an argument because those was during the emergency period. What, your tickets, you put your tickets somewhere elsewhere?
No. I'm a busy man. I just got a call which I rejected because I want to be with you, Melvin. Terus sambung, silakan.
No, I recall because people was now arguing. Oh, now the emergency period is over. Those during that time, 10,000 ringgit or whatever. Now emergency is over. When phase 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, it's still 10,000 still valid the amount to be compounded.
I think they have gone down to even 1,000, right, at one point. So I do not know currently what is the summon ataupun saman yang akan dikenakan. It's not stated in this article, but but at the end of the day, it's all about getting caught by the police, and that's something that you don't want to be doing lah. Because I tahu, I ada certain people yang I know, Melvin, yang really tak nak vaccinated, tapi dia berjalan. Dia first yang, aku nak pergi Langkawi, aku nak pergi sini, aku nak pergi sana. But I know for a fact that this person, Aminah bukan nama sebenar, is not actually vaccinated. And it's not fair to us, right? Orang-orang yang nak selamat ni.
How do you get to Langkawi? Because first of all...
No, now Langkawi can go, ma.
No, Langkawi can go without testing, self-testing. That's why before boarding, you have to they test you and all. Now you don't have to. But you can't, public transport, you are not vaccinated or you don't have full certificates yet, they're not allowed you to take. And you went to hotels and all those things.
Yeah.
It's still very strict now, last few days, I have a lunch appointment with a few people. One of them got vaccinated, is a young guy, but it was not 14 days yet. It was only his second day. It was not allowed in the restaurant.
Good.
So, but I don't know how if these friends of yours managed to go to Langkawi, check in the hotels. Apa ni? So, is there ada lobang ke?
I mean, I'm not going to be pointing fingers. At the end of the day, sometimes people are creative. They tend to find ways to get around this kind of things because, again, I don't want to speculate here, but some things has happened And we do hope that this is not the case with everyone out there, because if you're not disciplined yourself, if you're not responsible for your own well-being, you're exposing yourself not just to you but to your loved ones and to everyone who is in contact with you, and that's just super scary. Itu je
So I
Alan.
think these people are anti-vaxxer. They don't believe in it. I should be isolated, or they should isolate themselves because they don't need to have friends. They don't need to have families because they are own believer. They only think about themselves. So please, for those people who are listening here are anti-vaxxer, I think you should stay in a cave, stay alone.
Terus jadi beruang. Yes, we were hibernating before, but now we're coming out, but they
Yeah,
stay inside lah terus.
Yeah, so because you don't need the rest of the world support, you don't need people to support each other. You are your lone ranger. So back to the question for this anticipated heavy traffic on the so-called highway. Okay, I my personal view, because it's a Muslim festival Tuesday. Probably a lot of Muslim friends would like to go back to Kampong. They have not missed the family for months, ages. Please, I'm speaking of the non-Muslim. Please let our Muslim friends travel.
I nak angkat tangan dulu.
So because we don't want to contest the whole.
No, Melvin.
No, you contest the whole highway. I don't expect tears coming up from your eyes. I'm talking from my heart.
No, Melvin, stop it. Sejak bila people only go back to their hometown because of their religion? Hari Raya ke Chinese New Year ke Deepavali ke, all Malaysians are still on the road. It doesn't matter what kind of perayaan it is. You see Chinese New Year, Malay juga yang balik kampung. It doesn't really matter.
But now it's because of they just reopen. So I don't want all the restrooms. I don't want all the restrooms there to be congested as well. People queue up to go there and all these things. It's going to be congested. You're going to get all the authorities having them harder to control. Yeah. So this weekend, leave it for the Muslims to travel back home. Next weekend, non-Muslim, Muslim don't travel. Next weekend, leave it to us to travel.
Ini you dah main the racial card. I tak tahu nak komen macam mana. This is a very dangerous.
Not racial. I'm talking about caring. It's a keluarga policy.
Keluarga Malaysia.
So okay, we have to be more considerate to our Muslim friends, our Muslim brothers, sisters. Let them, okay, this weekend, because of the holiday on Tuesday, it's Prophet Muhammad's birthday. Let them go, because after that, let us. So we take turns until things warrants.
I wish it would be as easy as that, Melvin. Okay, we just ran out of time. Wah, banyak nasihat dah diberikan from Melvin and myself. Okay, Melvin. Tomorrow Friday, one more episode before the weekend.
Yes, I see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Melvin. You have a good one. Ciao. All right, guys. Wow. Okay, I don't know whether you guys want to take Melvin's, advice on that. Nak bagi Muslim je jalan. No, again, when it comes to Malaysia, public holiday, regardless of whatever celebration it is, we try to, do it all together. But again, reminder to each and every one of you guys, whoever that's traveling over the weekend, make sure you guys, do take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. Make sure you are fully vaccinated, you and your family. Siapa yang boleh ambil vaksin, make sure you guys are fully vaccinated. Take care of yourselves. Wear masks, SOPs, all of that. Do not let go of whatever that's important. Because why? Kalau you let go, then your own family might have to let go as well because of the repercussions that could happen. Serious skip. All right, Mio Adlan signing out for this one. Hope to see you guys again back tomorrow. Bye.